My name is Lydia. I am at the University of West Florida, and I'm taking some classes to get my Master's of Science in Nursing Education. I picked this major because I really wanted to extend my talents out further than what just the plain Bachelor's of Science in Nursing could do for me. I'm already a registered nurse. I work on a hospital floor taking care of cancer patients. But there was something more that I felt like I should be doing. A little creative streak needed to come out. So I researched a little bit into what nursing education could do, and I really enjoy working with students, teaching patients, and I felt that through this degree in education, I would be able to just have more doors open and the opportunities become more available than just having a bachelor's. Eventually, I would like to take my degree and become an expert in a certain topic. Right now, I'm looking into research. I really enjoy figuring out why we do the things that we do, and if I could be an expert in research, I could potentially become my own consultant and start my own consulting firm and go to conferences or different hospitals and introduce, say, a new idea or a new treatment, something that they haven't thought of before. The types of courses that I'm having to take right now is ethics, which is very interesting. I'm learning that there is not a black and white in this world. There's a lot of gray areas of right and wrong. I'm also taking advanced nursing education. There's also courses in nursing theory. Nursing theory is very interesting. It's very philosophical based. I have to take classes in pathophysiology. Well, there's the basic pathophysiology, and now I'm taking advanced pathophysiology, which is a little bit more at the biological, molecular level of things. There is an education seminar, which involves going to classes, almost being like a teacher's aide, formulating lesson plans for nursing students. Also, I could probably be doing clinicals at, say, the local health clinics and teaching older adults how to manage their diabetes or how to do smoking cessation successfully. The one thing that I really am looking forward to is this capstone project. We actually have to take an idea and make sure there's evidence for how this idea can influence change for the positive, either in the community, in the hospital, for instance, breastfeeding techniques. And so we have to research a certain topic and be able to present it, and it's sort of like a master's thesis, but it's actually going to be implemented eventually. My most favorite part about this major is actually the capstone project. Mine in particular is working on getting more older adults to complete advanced directives / living wills. That is something that whenever you go to the hospital, you need to say to the medical community, this is what I want done in the event that I'm not able to speak for themselves. It's so important and so underutilized. I really feel excited that maybe after I do all my research and my write-up that the hospital might adopt my little plan of action to get more people filling out the advanced directives. So that's the best part. The hardest part, or the worst part about this major, is the mandatory theory class, nursing theory. I'm not big into nursing philosophy myself, but I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who love it, and it's hard for me to think of abstract conceptual frameworks, and to actually put that into practice is a little bit more difficult for myself. But if it's your cup of tea, that's great. Something that I would have hoped somebody could have told me before I got into all this was to keep your options open. Whenever I first graduated nursing school, I was very, very sold on going toward being a nurse anesthetist. There was the good money, the autonomy, the ability to call my own shots, but I got very frustrated when doors kept closing for me to follow that path. And I didn't know that it was okay to look towards somewhere else, like feel the situation out. And what had happened to me was people actually were telling me all along, Lydia, you're really good at teaching. Lydia, you're really good at explaining things to patients or family members. And I didn't see past my own set goals to realize where my talents actually lied. So I would say to the person who's maybe looking into this career or pathway, I should say, to actually feel it out, listen to what other people are telling you, and maybe start exploring and not get so focused on one particular goal. To help prepare you for this field, I would completely recommend getting your feet wet in the medical field, whether that's sitting for an elderly person, working different units in the hospital, or actually, say, just being a volunteer at a health community fair. Like, all those little things will help clue you in on where you're supposed to be and what your calling is. I feel like that is crucial to start getting exposure. Another thing I want to mention is the greater education and training that one obtains, the greater the responsibility and the obligations you have to help serve the community, make changes, and be an advocate for processes that aren't right. So I feel like there is a part of going further in your education that you need to turn around and give back to others.